Hey everybody. Welcome to NBC News is 13 now. You're on personalized, excuse me, let me try that again. You're on personalized YouTube newscast. When we talk for a living on camera, whatever, it's easy to slur your words. There's a little trick I can show you guys if you ever have to do public speaking or on camera speaking. The voice acting trick you're supposed to say is this phrase: red leather, yellow leather, blue velvet, black velvet. You say that over and over again. Red leather, yellow leather, blue velvet, black velvet. Red leather, yellow leather, blue velvet, black velvet. It basically stretches out your tongue and your mouth so you don't trip over your words as much. Well, welcome to the show. I'm Steve Coos, your friendly neighborhood news anchor here over at NBC 13. We're going to break down some of the big stories that we are tracking for you today. Before we hit on the 9 p.m. newscast, head on over to the 9 p.m. newscast. In the meantime, top story we're tracking for you guys is tariffs. We have tariffs coming that are about to start impacting us right here in the capital region. Our biggest trading partner, Canada, not happy with some of the federal tariffs that President Donald Trump is now levying against Canada. So Canadian President Justin Trudeau going to be hitting us with his own tariffs. So what are we going to be feeling, huh? Well, Governor Kathy Hochul, she is pretty concerned about how these newly enacted federal tariffs from Donald Trump could impact our farmers specifically. Listen to this. We now have a 25% tariff here in the United States on Mexican and Canadian imports. That just went into effect. Economists say tariffs often lead to higher costs for consumers. So a lot of produce, vegetables, and stuff from basically anywhere in Mexico, like avocados, strawberries, you're going to feel the impact of that. Fuel prices in Canada, we get a lot from there. You're going to feel that as well. One economist says we could be having 40 cents per gallon higher gas up here in the northeastern states. That's something we're dealing with. Governor Hochul was speaking out about this today because we have got a lot of issues. We're also having tariffs against China as well. Governor Hochul said, quote, "Our trading partners like Canada and Mexico, particularly Canada, we're right on the border. And with such an easy flow of commerce back and forth, we really rely on the trade we have. It is so important to all of us. We're being told the average family costs could go anywhere from up $1,300 to $3,000 higher a year starting this year because of the tariffs that are in place as of today with Canada and Mexico." That is from Governor Kathy Hochul, sounding the alarm about how these tariffs could be impacting all of us here locally in the capital region. So what ultimately happens? Fortunately, it's kind of like one of those wait and see games, right? We're going to go to the grocery stores later this week. We're going to be filling up our cars over the next coming weeks. We'll see what the prices do, and you can count on us here on News Channel 13 to keep you updated on how it all unfolds. Another big story we're tracking: the prisoner strike is still happening right now. The prison guard strike, that is, the corrections officer strike, are still happening at prisons across New York. Well, today we had a bit of a change. The prison guards are still striking. Well, now we also have other protesters on the opposite side. Supporters of the prisoners are now upset and demanding better things happen for the prisoners themselves. This all unfolded today at the state capitol here in New York. Really busy day. We had two kind of competing protests going on. One with the prison guards and some of their Republican supporters right there, as you saw right there, and the other with supporters of prisoners. We'll get into that one in a minute. In the meantime, corrections officers and other prison staff, they walked off the job. You might remember this. February 17th. It's been over 2 weeks now. They have since formed picket lines across the state outside of the prisons. National Guard members have been deployed by the thousands to fill the spots that these prison guards aren't taking in the prisons themselves. In the last few days, the state of New York has begun firing corrections officers and revoking their health insurance, doing whatever they can to get them to come back to work. They have gone to court. The state of New York has gone to court seeking contempt charges even against some of the prison guards who are violating what's called Taylor's Law. This demands that essential workers like prison guards simply can't just walk off the job because it would pose a risk to all the prisoners and the other corrections officers who stay behind. A lot of people are just caught in the middle of this, and there's a lot of stress going around on all sides. Another protest rally that was happening today at the Capitol. Take a look at this one. This is folks who rallied inside the Capitol supporting some of the prisoners, including prisoners who recently died while serving time locked up behind bars in New York State prisons. Again, this happened pretty much simultaneously as the corrections officers and their supporters were forming picket lines and striking outside of New York State Capitol. Lawmakers joined former inmates and family members of inmates, including inmates who have passed away. Their family members spoke out saying that inmates deserve basic human rights. Unfortunately, with the way the situation is going, the prison guard strike shows no signs of letting up anytime soon. We'll be keeping a close eye on that, and hopefully things resolve themselves sooner rather than later. Well, we always like to end these 13 Now broadcasts with a bit of positive, happier, or fun news because there's so much negativity in the world. You know what I mean? Well, here's something kind of fun right now. You know anybody who has a horse that they're looking to get rid of? Preferably a healthier horse than a sick horse. Over in Saratoga, the police department, they need a new horse. But not just any horse. The department says they're looking for their next four-legged officer to join their mounted unit. These are the officers that usually patrol parades and other, big crowded events, trying to just make sure that people stay safe. The Saratoga Police Department says the horse that they're looking for specifically needs to be calm, smart, and a people person. I get the calm and the people person part, but I'm not sure how you measure like a horse's IQ. I'm sure, horse experts and people who are really into equine lifestyle could tell me that. The future police horse should be between 5 and 12 years old and be anywhere from 16 to 18 hands tall. Hands, if you didn't notice, that's how you measure a horse's height. A hand is roughly, it's 4 inches. And you would measure the horse from the ground up to the highest part on the back of their necks, their shoulders. So 16 to 18 hands tall, that translates to roughly a horse of 64 to 72 inches on the back of their neck. So if you know anybody who might have a horse like that, the Saratoga Police Department would love to hear from you. They just need the perfect horse anywhere within 4 hours of Saratoga Springs. They would love to come get it and check it out. So reach out to the Saratoga Springs Police Department if you got somebody with a horse they're looking to offload. And hey, if you're in the area, you could come say hi to it and even see the horse patrolling and working at the regular events in Saratoga Springs. Wouldn't that be fun, huh? Well, that caps it off for us here on 13 Now. Our next newscast is coming up in about 30 minutes over on the My4 channel, or My4 network. Our 9 p.m. news will start then. President Donald Trump has an address to Congress. He's starting later this evening. Actually, might have started it right now. Is it at 9 or 8? Well, it's happening very soon. We're going to have the latest on that coming up on NBC News Channel 13 at 11 p.m. So I will see you there. And if it's too late for you, you got to go to bed. Again, I always understand. Thank you so much for watching and have a fantastic night. See you guys.